On a Bicycle is set in Italy, 1944, which of course is during the Second World War, towards the end of the Second World War. And it's about the time when the Nazi-occupied Italy, the German Nazi army were being pushed back by the Allies. And in Florence, the Allies are just on the verge of getting there, but they're still under Nazi occupation. It's about a family who have an English mother, which of course makes things very difficult for them, and two teenage children, Paolo and Costanza. I was in Florence not long after the war was over. I was 19 then, so the signs of Nazi occupation were still there, really. It was very run down, tourists just beginning to trickle back. And it was a wonderful city. I fell in love with it straight away. I had my sketchbook, went out and drew whatever I could, and I loved the city. And while I was there, I met a family. They had an English mother and an Italian father, and during the war they had been asked to hide escaped Allied prisoners of war who were being spirited away by the partisans who were working all around the hills, all around the city. These were the anti-fascist Italians who were working against the Nazi occupation. They were being asked to hide prisoners of war, escaping prisoners of war, in their cellar, which was terribly dangerous because, in fact, if you got found out, you got shot. So it was a very dramatic situation. And all those years ago, when I was 19, I remembered that family. And I've always wanted to write this book. It's taken me a long time to get there, but at last I've done it. I wanted, above all, this is a straightforward thriller. So you're flung straight in with Paolo coming back late at night on his bicycle. He is a hero, or he sees himself as a hero on the bicycle. He isn't really, he's a scared teenager coming back late in the middle of the night, back from a forbidden nocturnal ride on his bicycle. He just has to get away, and sometimes from home. So this is what he does. And on his way back, he's intercepted by some very alarming men who are in fact the partisans. And they want him to tell his mother that they're asking her to hide a prisoner of war in their cellar. So it's right away, you're into this tension of him, first of all, not knowing quite what's happening. He doesn't really know who these people are, and also trying to get back into the house, and his own guard dog Guido, who's in the yard in the kennel, who's a dear poor old dog, you know, getting on a bit, but he's trying to be a guard dog, and he's trying to creep back, and he's getting in through the cellar. So right away you're into the tension of Paolo's place in the family, but also his sister Costanza, who, unbeknown to Paolo, is lying awake thinking, why on earth doesn't he get on with it and get in and we can all get to sleep? And it's her thoughts about how she's feeling about missing her dad, etc. So it's very much a story about two teenagers. This is a very long time ago to your average 13, 14-year-old reader. It's really, it's within my living memory, but a very long time ago to them. And I want it to become real to teenagers today, because I think it's a very interesting bit of history. And I think really it'd be nice if they could, from this, just from reading this novel, which is it's just a thriller, and perhaps looking at the website, they could go on to find more about that period and what it was like, and also perhaps when they go to Italy, they'll have a bit of background information to go on and explore for themselves.